This is my holy grail Transformer figure. 3-0 The Last Knight Bumblebee. Now the unboxing process of this figure is so satisfying. It comes in a clamshell. The first layer is the figure and all its accessories, and the second layer comes with a display base. And the display base is fairly easy to put together as well. You just snap it together. As well as this figure comes with so many accessories. Once the figure gets out of the box, my mind is blown. This figure is a piece of artwork. This figure is amazing. It's art. He's detailed from top to bottom, including his back, which they didn't have to do. Yeah, this guy is freaking fantastic. I mean, look at him. Like, oh my god, I love this thing. This is my new holy grail. To start off the comparisons, a modern deluxe studio class Bumblebee is Masterpiece Bumblebee. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of Masterpiece Bumblebee because first of all, he doesn't want to stand or stay together. My old holy grail, Last Knight Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, which is once again my favorite designs from the movies, because it's such an awesome design. Here he is with my favorite design of Bumblebee. Yes, this version of Bumblebee is my favorite design for Bumblebee because it combines the 2014 look with the 2007 look. That's sleek and epicness. Sadly, my old holy grail didn't age well over time and slowly is starting to fall apart. Like, so this is a $300 figure. Like this is the same price. The mass of this. This is a third-party figure. This is an official figure. I still love this thing to death. It's one of my favorite Optimus Prime toys. But the thing is, I'm afraid to touch this. This, I'm not afraid to touch. This, I know will stand the test of time and last for a very, very long time. It's very, very well done and very impressive just to look at. I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing, and yeah.
I am Optimus Prime, and this message is to my creators. Leave planet Earth alone, because I'm coming for you.
For my world to live, Earth must die.
This isn't you, Prime.
Stop! No! I want to stay, and I want to fight them.
Think you're a badass, huh, little J-Lo?
Transformers The Last Knight. Transformers Last Knight is the follow-up to 2014's Transformers Age of Extinction. Optimus Prime is out there looking for his creators. Once again, the Autobots are being hunted down by this organization called the TRF. Cade is pretty much this Autobot resistance leader, helping out their Transformers out and trying to save their lives. And yeah, Transformers Last Knight is the movie that helped build my channel up. I remember going out to toy hunts and talking about, oh, this guy right here, the OG Prime himself. I remember going to Toys R Us and picking him up and talking about him on the channel. And those were my first videos that honestly got hits on the channel. I have a soft spot for Transformers The Last Knight. A lot of good memories with this movie. Yeah. Now, somehow this is the most hated Transformers movie, even worse than Revenge of the Fallen. Heck, this movie has a lower score than Jason Goes to Hell. My friends watched this, and this was their reaction to this movie.
There's no fucking way. We seriously watched that, Paul.
Yep.
That whole movie. Yes, we did. Till beginning to end.
Which is, personally, the worst movie I've ever seen. This movie is so hated that this got a Razzie. You're telling me that this Transformers movie got a Razzie? How is that even possible? Like, people like this?
Like brunch. Like, what is brunch?
Good God in heaven, Newbie, there are just so very many ways for me to say this to you. Never, not in a million years, absolutely not. No way, Jose, no chance, Lance.
Transformers The Last Knight. How is it actually, in my opinion? I personally think this is the most underrated Transformers movie, in my opinion. The ideas that this movie sets up are really, really well done. I wish we got to see more of these ideas and where they got to go in the sequel. And there are really, really great things in this movie. Nemesis Prime Bumblebee fight is really, really awesome. I love that fight. When Bumblebee talks at the end of that fight, I cheer, I clap every time, because when I saw it for the very first time, that caught me off guard. I'm like, oh my god, yes, that's awesome. Once again, the CGI is spectacular. We're back to that Dark of the Moon quality CGI. There are scenes in this movie you can pause and make your screensaver, that Into the Spider-Verse effect, and pause something, make it your screensaver. There's several times where that's the case in this movie, and I really like that. Also, World War II scene with Bumblebee, I really like that as well. That's really awesome. That's so much fun. But sadly, there's a lot of flaws with this movie, and personally, I don't think it's Michael Bay's fault. I personally think it's Paramount Pictures' fault, because there are scenes in this movie that are cut out. This movie was originally supposed to be 2 hours and 50 minutes long. This movie's 2 hours and 35 minutes long. There's a lot of scenes cut out, and it's not Michael Bay's fault. It's the studios who greenlight that. That's why we got the Justice League Snyder cut later on. It's the studios greenlight extended cuts and everything. They were trying their hardest to set something up awesome here. Heck, they even got the writers of Iron Man on in this film. They got an entire writer's room of Marvel writers. You're telling me they're not trying? You're telling me that's Razzie worthy? There are scenes that feel like they're missing. Like one scene, Bumblebee just has a hammer appear on his back out of nowhere. What? You're telling me what? There's a deleted concept where Cogman is a headmaster, and he's supposed to put his head on Nitro Zeus's body. That's a concept that was cut out from the movie. And it's like, I feel like there's a lot of things missing here. Once again, it's not Michael Bay's fault. It's the studio's fault. They're the ones who say what stays, what goes. Overall, Transformers The Last Knight is very, very underrated. Does this movie deserve a Razzie? No, it does not deserve a Razzie. This movie's production is once again really fantastic. The effects are once again really fantastic. Overall, Transformers The Last Knight gets an 8 out of 10. I genuinely really like Transformers The Last Knight. It's very, very underrated. And yeah, and overall, the Michael Bay films as a whole, to me, I feel like we should start respecting them more. I respect them. That's why I enjoy them. They're fun, they're entertaining, but at the same time, without these movies, we wouldn't get the amazing special effects for Iron Man or for Pacific Rim. We wouldn't have those amazing special effects that we see in those movies, because this franchise brought its A game in special effects. Heck, Michael Bay brought his A game when it comes to actions, the grit, the grind. I wish we would have more movies like that, because nowadays we're getting stuff like this, man.
Tasted that. Num, eat it up. Go play okay, 3, 2.
Stop it. Get some help.
You're telling me you'd rather see stuff like that instead of the grit and grind? You're telling me you'd rather see horribly done CGI instead of real-life explosions, real-life grounded action? Sure, the robots are CG, but he still brings practical effects to them when he can. Sure, here and there we get a Top Gun Maverick, we get the Batman, we get those odd pieces out of these CGI spectacles. Respect Michael Bay so much. Yeah, he has his cringe, he has his humor, but they're really, really fun movies. Well done productions, good, well done sets. Stuff we just don't see anymore in movies, and yeah. Sadly, we're going to an interesting Transformers movie next.